Hey, did you hear about our next stop? It's a world called Penacony. But Pom-Pom said the banquet we were invited to is still a little ways off, huh? Is that my phone? Must be... That Don Hung. He can't just ignore Branya. Let's go to his room and talk to him. Don Hung! Branya just sent all of us a message. Did you see it yet?
Yes, I saw it.
Then why didn't you reply? Branya's a good friend of ours.
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for idle chat. There's been...
Don Hung, I'm the one who should be sorry. I was being too pushy.
Thank you for understanding. It's great that Belobog is able to host a celebration. I hope your trip goes...
Okay, rest up. You're not...
I'll be there.
He won't budge, huh? Look, pity. He's gonna miss out. We never... I know, but it's still... if only Himeko could come with... Maybe not. He's still wheezing from the trouble we got into on the Xianzhou. At his age, he might not appreciate the extra... excitement. Why don't we go ask Himeko to tag along? She might be up for an adventure. You've been on the Express for a while now, but you've never gone on a trip with Himeko before, right? Well, now's...
Hey, March. That's a big smile on your face. What's the good news?
Himeko, there's a celebration coming up on Eurillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guardian, and we're invited to go take in the sights and sounds. Don Hung won't be going anywhere for a while. He's still resting up, so wanna come with us? I mean, considering how you helped us out with Cocolia, I'm sure Branya would be...
So that explains the grin. Thanks for the invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Please send my regards to the Supreme Guardian. Make the most of the festivities. You've earned it. You two and Don Hung did help save Eurillo 6 after all. I'll be sure to join you guys next time.
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Seems like it's just you and me this time. Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find me when you're ready to set off. What do you think about my new dress? Pretty neat, right? It's actually not new. I just never had the right occasion to try it on. This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit, are you? Let's just pretend I never said anything. As long as one of us is making an effort. Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Let's go! Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you want to bring with you? Huh, you do seem to travel light. But don't you at least need some pajamas? I was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records, and it seems like Eurillo 6's average temperature has warmed up quite a bit. I wouldn't call it livable just yet, but things are looking up. I'm so happy for Branya and Zila. Ready to go? Bellabog, here we come!
Galabon. 700 years. It's never too late to pick up the tab.
Oh, brr! How do people living in all this snow celebrate anything? Oh, one thing's for sure, though. Where there's a celebration, there's bound to be food. Oh, wait a sec. That person over there, that doesn't look like a Silvermane Guard uniform. All in black. Surely they're not IPC on this world? The Interastral Peace Corporation. Who else? The one who's in... You still don't remember? Oh, what about Findy? That's one of their products. Oh, and the Interastral Peace broadcast. Never mind, it's not that important. The important question is, there's only one way to find out. Let's go ask. I've always found... Hi, do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation? Or are you...
Boss, encounter with 2 unknowns. Want me to take them out? Over.
To take us out?
Take them out? Just hang tight for a second. I'm on my... Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm here on Eurillo 6 for a special business assignment. You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit. Please don't take it to heart.
Phew! You scared the life out of me! We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more conflicts. Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is my friend and fellow passenger.
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into 2 nameless here. Fate is such a curious thing. I heard that Eurillo 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. Surely you 2 aren't...
Huh? Jeez, can you be a little more humble?
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Numby?
Wow, Miss Topaz. You're really young for an IPC executive. That's impressive.
more good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy to the other. Going wherever businesses require me to be.
Huh. Your job sounds pretty similar to the express cruise. Aside from the business, I guess. Oh, Branya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's already opened talks with the IPC.
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect, but I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. That's the reason I'm here on Eurilla 6, to meet with her. Miss March, you said you were on your way to Belobog festivities, right? My apologies for delaying you both.
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're in a rush. Want to come to the city with us? The snow plains are freezing, and it's...
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast, iconic snowscape for just a little longer. Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information. I don't usually respond during work hours, but I'd be...
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number without even... Me too.
You two make a cute pair. Anyway, I'd better...
The universe is huge, yet we somehow stumbled onto the same path. Fate truly worked. Come on, let's head into the city. Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're in Belobog? Hang on a sec. Isn't that Wallace up ahead? Looks like...
Norbert, why don't you tell everyone how you were released from jail selling cultural relics and impersonating Silvermane guards are both heinous crimes?
Well, it was all thanks to my uncle.
Ah, I remember. Your uncle is Minister Knoll.
Yes.
You're shameless, Norbert. Not to be rude.
Do you think I wanted to? I'm not the type of person.
Well, I don't really know about the...
Get off my back, will you? I had to deal...
Looks like things are getting heated. I think...
Next, I'll be introducing the history of the museum. Belobog's History and Culture Museum was founded 600 years ago and was...
I'm so hungry. I wish I could have a red sunset salmon right now.
It was built to memorialize Supreme... Guess what? I heard there's gonna be a Silvermane adventure camp opening... Also, those who sacrificed their lives in the...
Miss Payla, Peter's falling asleep.
Enough. From now on, no whispering allowed. If you don't want to have any homework later, you'd better start listening.
Sorry, Miss Payla.
That's better.
Oh, I never knew Payla had a strict side.
They're safe to eat.
Aunt Gertie! It's been too long!
Ah, is that little March? What brings you this way? I heard you left to go travel the galaxy. Oh, you're here for the Soul Warm Festival, right? The atmosphere is like no other.
Hey, that's not fair! Get to the back of the line!
Show a little respect. If it weren't for these two, we'd be eating... Take a look at these beauties. These are the best sun cakes I've made all day.
Oh, wow, they smell so good. They look so...
Well, don't wait for them to get cold now. I'm sorry, sweethearts. I'd best see...
Phew. Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could be... Say, I think we should probably pay Branya a visit. Or we could go check out some other fun stuff elsewhere.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day... Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurilo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit...
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Is everything all right, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so...
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claimed there's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now. Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the Eternal Freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guard. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Eurilo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant... It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here?
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. The IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And the interest. An astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers. Before you both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ
I had no idea things were like this. Here I was thinking the IPC had come to rebuild Belobog, not extort it. Yeah, we have to help Bronya out. The IPC is too big and powerful. The Belobog...
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate... I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival, but now... I must ask you and the Astral Express for help.
Have no fear, Bronya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side. Yeah, after all, this girl here is a pretty good negotiator.
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for dragging you into more trouble. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck, and stay safe.
Oh, hey! I just remembered. Topaz gave me her number. We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is. She seems like the type... We'd better think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but she is an IPC executive.
It's you two again. This is the third time today we've run into each other. Oh, did my smart reply function tell you where I was? It's a system developed by the technology department. Pretty neat, right? What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it's no ordinary piece. It portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It runs much deeper than that. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. The artist's brushwork depicts several generations' hardships. Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a fault. I suppose what I'm trying to say is what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value. Its intrinsic value may only be 50,000 credits, but its added value might push the total up to 200,000.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about something else.
Oh? A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually, we...
Let's walk and talk. This way. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible...
Miss Topaz, Bronya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement, or...
Help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
I see. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Belobog's. I appreciate each case has its difficulties, but if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy's economy... The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions. But Eurilo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, I proposed to Bronya. Oops! Almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? That was a close one. The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
So you're basically saying the Belabogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life. Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Eurilo 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one? I absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, where'd they go? Come to think of it, this little guy is on display here probably means it's already...
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go... Bronya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But
don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle.
This isn't going as planned. What should we do?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should probably take this. Bye!
So, what now? We spent ages trying to convince her and she didn't move an inch. You sure? I really don't think she'll I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, all these vested interests. So hard to undo any of it. They teach this stuff in school. Oh, wait. Did I even go to school? Did someone send you a message? Huh? The IPC are causing trouble in the underworld? Already? Seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Again? I don't think I have it in me to play the hero today. I guess complaining won't get us anywhere. Let's go lend them a hand.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Zila!
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? I'm not sure how much longer we can hold out. It's bad. Really bad. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have. Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. Fortunately, you see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any ideas?
A few miners made it out earlier. They look pretty panicked. They said these uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is that they're seriously who?
We were just talking to her in the museum. Do you think her cronies are acting without her authorization?
The person you're talking about, are they in charge of the people in black? Potaz, Pazto, whatever her name is, she can wait. Right now, the most important thing is to free those trapped in the Great Mine. Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something?
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How? What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow! Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect...
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews before they finally hired me. What right do you deadbeats have to criticize me?
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're... No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's...
Time for a buzz.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Nap time. This is double speed.
That's it? He sure took off quickly.
17 rounds of interviews, and these are the best people they can find?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been warned that the ones... Let's set off when you're ready. Ready for action? It's time to kick the IPC out of... Let's get moving.
Hello, it's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this cute little girl must be Clara.
Hello, miss. Are you...
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest, maybe I should...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who would have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl? So heartwarming.
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently staying. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests, undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary.
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any reason to change it. I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that you're Eurylos. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a...
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
All the miners here huddled together.
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived. It's just that instead of a few thugs and broken...
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Topaz's little trotter over there?
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster? She's keeping...
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so it's not that surprising. Wanna go take... Sounds like you two are getting along. Seriously? You...
Look, you guys.
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's...
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know anything!
This place is filled with nothing but incompetence.
Those cowards! Not a scratch.
Time for a buzz.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Look! That big guy down there. Is he the one in charge?
We'll see who's really in charge. Let's go!
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep... Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here.
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. You drove the locals out of their homes. I'm warning you. get lost or suffer the consequences. Don't you dare show your face around here.
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. We are all powerful here. You know Topaz? It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone in cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame.
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This world's been hanging by a thread, and now you're here to pull the plug on it.
Don't blame me. I'm simply
Save your breath, March. I never held out any hope of resolving this problem. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful?
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for overtime. Anyway, since you seem intent on settling this matter with violence, prepare yourselves.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Now time.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Only a scratch. Who's next?
Who are you people? Not even...
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really think...
Darn it! I'm all out of ammo.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz? What did she say?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%!
60%? We're done for! Attention all personnel! Evacuate the mine immediately! Erase all traces of your presence!
So, are we all good here, or what?
Yeah. Judging by the looks on their faces, I don't think they'll be back. So, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem ordering these idiots.
It's a long story.
Why did this mess have to happen so close?
Oh, looks like we've got a message. feeling Bronya's worried about something. We'd better go back and see her. Are you coming with us, Zila?
Go on without me. I still have stuff Bronya messaged you, which means she thinks you can help.
Got it, Zila. We'll do what we can to help Bronya out. Come on, to Klipoth Fort!
These guys don't look pleased to see us.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further, Miss Topaz.
Belobog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy.
That's what friends are for, Bronya. You don't sound like yourself. Is something wrong?
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. There's just too much happening all at once. They're moving quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. Silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solution.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. I need your advice. Look. The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please take a look at the contents, and then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Bronya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in my home planet was extremely resource poor. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amidst sewage. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just one thing: that all inhabitants sign a contract which would make them employees of the IPC. 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic I am writing to you, Miss. I know freedom is precious to people. How many generations of Belobogians will it take to embrace I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. I can understand that for you, this is but because of this, I believe that you will.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
inclined to agree. It's hard to imagine she wrote that letter just to deceive me. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone. That thought has crossed my mind, and it comforts me to hear you say that.
Right. I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight alone. Why not
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wants me to decide as soon as possible. I wanted to put it to a vote, and let all the citizens of both the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little time, I'm afraid that's a lost cause. I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts. Yes, we need to move fast.
We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece of cake.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the...
Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me... Sounds serious. Really? You better not be making things up.
I wish it were made up. Unfortunately, we don't have much time, Pela. Branya wants to get everyone's opinion.
Wait, you're telling me I had to make this huge decision on the spot? Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I'd probably agree to the...
Okay. Any particular reason?
I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for the snow to complete, and that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But...
I see. So, compared to a distant and uncertain... Thanks for your input. I'll make a note...
Well, look who we have here! You and Marge paying us... Uh-oh, sounds like something serious is happening. You'd better fill me in. What? How is...
Serval, we're racing against the clock. No time for head wrapping.
It's okay.
What? Hold on, are you serious?
Surprised? My reasons are pretty simple. contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. As for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. Thanks for your input.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. I didn't think you'd be back. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up. Do you need my opinion? I'm happy to help. So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing we can do to assist her?
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but we're running out.
I'd refuse the contract, of course. There is no room for compromise. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract? Faced with this sort of coercion, we must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dunn. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion. Did we miss anyone from what I've gathered? It seems like most... We'd better...
It's getting late. Where to now?
What brings you two to the underworld? Seems a little out of the blue, but since you came all this way... That is a lot of information to take in. Sorry, both of you. I...
No stress, Nat. Just tell us what you really think.
I've thought about it, and... Well, if I were I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, we may also incite the wrath of a very powerful force. But even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains than live in a beautiful cave.
Wow, that's a pretty convincing argument. Another vote for the against pile. Thanks for your insight, Nat.
None other than the saviors of Belobog. To what do I owe? But I can tell by the look on your faces you're... Let me guess. Something to do with... Well, ask away. It just so happens I'm curious about them. I see. That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle, let alone...
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life experience.
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and if this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former... Have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. will she be able to...
I think so too, but could you imagine having to hear Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg.
Big sister, what brings you to the underworld?
Hey there, Clara. Is
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a lady called Topaz.
What? Topaz? Do you know where they went?
I'm not sure, but Mr. Svarog promised he'd be back soon.
What now? Svarog's super logical. We should definitely get his opinion. True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Huh? Miss March. That's complicated. I don't know what...
It's all right, Clara. No pressure. Just tell us how you feel about it.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's decision. Because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, we talked about our dreams. Everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean our dreams will never come? Just taking away people's dreams like that.
You're right. Children see the world as a place where anything is possible. Just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver. Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts mean a lot to us. All that running around has worn me out. So, the final the votes are completely even. I don't know what to do. Oh, right! We haven't asked Zila. She's probably still in the Great Mine helping the miners.
Back so soon? Any news? Are you feeling all right? You look a little uneasy. Important matter, huh? I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be a lighthearted chat. I think I get it. At first, I thought it was...
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at...
Right.
As it stands, the votes are even. Your opinion will...
In that case... I...
What?
I've thought about it. This responsibility rests on Bronya's shoulders. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales and possibly impact. I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but it's not...
Understood, Zila. This is a difficult decision to make, and everyone feels differently about it. It's times like these that a leader must stand up and do what's needed.
Right. It's Bronya's decision. She knows what's at stake. If she asks you, just let her know my reasoning.
Well, it's all in Bronya's hands now. She has to make the final call. You bet. The Express can vouch for Bronya. The time has come. Let's go
It's getting late. Where to now?
Whoa, the fort's packed! I've never seen this many people here before.
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict?
We talked to people in both the overworld and the underworld. The final...
I see. I suppose everyone has their own way of seeing things. What was Zila's perspective on the matter? I should have known. That sounds like Zila, all right.
Did you come to a conclusion with the ministers?
It's pretty much the same situation here. Neither party is willing to compromise. The time has come to make a decision. This chaos cannot be allowed to continue.
Enough! All of you! I know what to do.
Wait! I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
But aren't you?
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid the current circumstances are quite
I understand, Miss Bronya. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel. I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise...
Information? Please, tell me what you know, Miss Himeko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is what there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 60...
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comfort.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himeko. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Brian.
Astral friends. I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation. I need some time to rally all the residents in the city. And then, I'll meet with Topaz again. Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is...
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but...
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not one. Stay safe, everyone.
Gepard should be waiting for us in Rivet Town, right? Here we go again. Back to...
It's getting late. Where to now?
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating ready to enter Rivet Town. We'll go in together when everyone is set. Keep your guards up. We might run into IPC.
Destination reached.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is complete.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the...
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our... Wait a minute. You...
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for active... The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, a looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is all I wish to confirm regarding this matter. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours,
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on.
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb.
Automaton?
I'll explain later. Let's get moving. Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb. Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threat. Remember, try to avoid being noticed.
We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
I've seen standard issue robots like these before.
Correct. The exterior is similar. Hopefully the automaton stealth bomb will still be a... Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb. Remember, try to avoid being noticed. To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. This is the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
Let's find her and tell her about Bronya's...
This time, the gloves are off! Mr. Svarog? Are you all right?
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC. Such a result would be highly undesirable. Topaz is ahead. She had the means to, from her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it while it is unlikely.
Unlikely potential?
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first meet.
Himiko's right. Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you. Of course, the Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili, after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting,
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Bronya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but...
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10...
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong.
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. You're very curious about my work, aren't you? So many eager faces. I won't keep you... Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
Nap time.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Time for a buzz.
Who's next?
Just a little something. Think nothing.
Time for a buzz.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Who's next?
Nap time.
Time for a buzz.
Only a scratch. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Just a little something. Think nothing.
This is double speed.
Nap time.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Okay.
Time for a buzz.
That's better.
Who's next?
This is double speed.
here among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Only a scratch.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Nap time. I'm okay.
Time for a buzz.
This is double speed.
Incredible. No wonder the earth finished warming up. Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate.
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yarillo 6. So I can understand your perspective on. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground through peaceful means.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. I admire your determination. Seeing as we've come this far, I've changed.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
What a dismal sight. This district. Have you been here before?
Kyle, sorry for the delay. Are we?
The path ahead is clear, Madam Guardian. You and your companions.
Excellent. The mountain, let's go.
What is this place? We've never been here before, right?
We've only recently discovered this domain.
Look, the people of Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance.
Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there? I thought you might. Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog. I was wondering if there was any information on the...
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of engineering, yet there's not a single...
I may know the reason why. The engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog, without any external assistance. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand. While warriors fought on the front lines, the engineers worked tirelessly behind the scenes.
So what you're saying is the engine of creation was a weapon constructed by the Belabogians.
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion and played a significant role in the battles against the Legion. But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering was codenamed the Geological. It was actually given a much grander purpose: to help the Belabogians rebuild their homeland and
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations of Belabogian. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom was under immense threat once again. If we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who doubt us that we, Belobog, have the outcome of our mobilization speaks for itself. The children of Belobog.
I must say, I didn't anticipate this at all. I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own circumstances with my childhood. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea of saving themselves.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to...
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Urilo 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Unless...
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the nameless aboard the Astral Express are willing to vouch for this world.
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the, reports, I'll handle it.
Miss Topaz, you mentioned accountability.
Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I've long passed the stage of working just...
Thank you so much for all you've done.
Rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also... Oh, thinking about a career change? Sure thing. I'll put in the best words I can.
I'm glad we're able to Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. Miss Topaz, if you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back, and it's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future.
It's getting late. Where to now?
I've been wondering, how did you figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
March was looking forward to the Soul Warm Festival for ages. I never thought this trip would be so...
In light of the events that have transpired, We will be taking the following disciplinary. Your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current cycle will be. You will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may also file an appeal in writing.
I have no objections.
Understood. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? If there are no further remarks, this meeting is concluded.
You only got demoted one rank? Phew! You dodged a bullet there. Ugh, this voice changer is driving me crazy.
Let me turn it off.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say it already.
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurillo 6 would be a high risk in our line of work. Having a kind heart.
Anything else? If not, I'm hanging up.
Wait. Hold on a minute. Don't hang up. I get it. While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurillo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the head honcho of the building material logistics department.
A Terravan?
That's right. The renowned Terravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Your antics on such a crucial day can't exactly have painted the strategic investment department. Since you get the point, let's get to.
Huh. And what prompted the.
Paniconi. What?
What?
That's right. Now that's the kind of.
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or.
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable character, but as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals.
I'll get back to you later. Seems like it's just one wild ride after another. I hope I made the right decision this time. The snow is mesmerizing.